Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see everyone online. Happy Monday. Sorry, made you a little dizzy there. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. And use this time to relax your eyes, relax your mind. Bring your focus to your body in your space. I want you to relax any tension in your face, in your forehead, or maybe in your jaw. Bring that focus over to your shoulders. If you need to, you can shrug up to your ears as you inhale, and as you exhale, release that tension. Release any tension in your hands. Wiggle your fingers. We don't want any fists. Keeping your eyes relaxed, I want you to do something a little bit different and just start to nod your head yes. Bring that chin to your chest, open away. Bringing your head to center. Now I want you to shake your head no. We were talking about our Fusionetics test last week. Neck, cervical spine is another place we need to work on. So we're going to work on that rotation right now. Try not to lead with your chin or maybe your head. Bring your chin to center. You can open your eyes while you do this, or you can keep them relaxed. And let's bring that ear down to our shoulder for some lateral movement. When you're ready, let's bring our head back to center. Place one hand behind you and cross over with your opposite arm, bringing some rotation into that spine. You can press that hand, really try to open that upper back. Press that hand into your knee or your thigh. Slow rotation through the center as we switch to the other side. Inhale back to center. We're going to go ahead and open up that left leg. Right leg's going to stay tucked into our body. Adding some lateral movement, arm comes up to our ear as we reach over. I want you to avoid letting your shoulder drop. Keep that chest forward. Feel that stretch through your side. As you exhale, now you can allow that chest to drop. Maybe feeling that lower back rotation, your lumbar spine. As always, listening to your body, maybe you need to be a little bit higher. Slowly walking those hands to center here. Arms reach forward. And taking those hands to your body. Sitting nice and tall. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Extend that right leg. Left leg tucks into your body. Starting here with that lateral stretch. So I have my forearm here on the bottom. You can modify by bringing that hand to the floor. As long as our chest stays forward to start. If you're anything like me, those lats are tight. So you're also getting a lat stretch here. If you really think about pulling that arm. Exhale, chest to leg. Slowly taking those hands to center. Let's walk those hands back in towards our body. And swing both feet behind us. Sitting back on our heels, let's go ahead and sit back into child's pose. Keeping those arms reaching as far as you can forward. Hips are sitting back on those heels. Let's see how long you can get your spine. I have a new challenge for today. So we're going to start by just raising one hand at a time. We've done this one before. Forehead is relaxed onto your mat or maybe on a blanket or pillow. Here's your new challenge. You're going to try to raise that hand off the floor. If you're still working on that, go ahead and stay here. New challenge, you're going to draw a circle. Swing that arm all the way up through forward, and then go ahead and switch sides. So your hand will rotate. Go ahead and go in that natural rotation with the shoulders and the hands. Feel that stretch through the chest. Hopefully each time you do it, you feel a little bit bigger of a movement or range of motion. Let's go ahead and finish off with your last one. Inhale, shifting your weight forward. Exhale, releasing down to the floor. On your inhale, I want you to press up into the cobra of your choice. You might be on your forearms to start. Maybe you're on your hands. I want those fingers facing forward and your head out of your turtle shell. Push down into the floor. Exhale down to the floor. We have that one more time. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger into that cobra. Inhale, press yourself up. Let's go ahead and wave those hips up and back into that child's pose. Holding here for a brief second before shifting back into that tabletop position. Sorry. Let's go ahead and step that right foot forward. Let's give it a few moments to let those hips just sink into the stretch. I know I've said this before, but it's a good reminder, or maybe you've never heard me say this before. It is okay if your knee comes in front of your toe, if it is not causing you knee pain and your heel stays on the floor. What that means is just you have extra ankle mobility, which is a good thing. But if it is causing you knee pain, go ahead and keep that knee over your ankle. Once you are ready, let's go ahead and bring that foot to the outside of our mat. I know I need this one today. Open up the inside of that foot and let's release to those forearms. Slow press back to your hands. Bringing that foot back in a few inches, flat to the floor. Let's go ahead and tuck that back toe under. Lifting that knee off the floor into our runner's lunge. We haven't done this one before, but what we're going to do is from here, we're going to kick back into a three-legged dog. So we're going to lift, kick back, head presses through your shoulders, three-legged dog. Go ahead and relax that foot down to the floor for your downward dog. Press that head through your shoulders. Inhale, bring your gaze up towards your hands, and exhale, step your feet forward. Hold your forward fold for a breath or two. Slight bend through the knees. Let's go ahead and roll into standing. We are going to need to use a wall for our chest stretch. Standing nice and tall. So go ahead and find a wall. Maybe you have a door, an open door near you. We're going to take that right hand. We want to make sure that elbow does not pass your shoulder height. So elbows in line with your shoulder. You're going to place it against either your door or your wall, and you're going to turn away. Feel that stretch through your chest. That's a tongue twister. Rotate back towards the wall before you release that stretch. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with the left arm. Remember, elbow in line with your shoulder. Place it against the wall or your door and turn away. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and turn towards the wall. Release your hands, shake it out, maybe do some shoulder rolls if you need to. When you're ready, feet in line with your hips, toes facing forward, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, lengthen through the spine. Releasing here into this forward fold. Eyes are looking behind you. Let's go ahead and hop or step back into that plank position. We are going to release down to the floor in one straight line, even if that means dropping down to your knees. So releasing here, elbows close to your body and back into that cobra. Remember, head out of your turtle shell, fingers facing forward. Take a peek. Is one hand more forward than the other, or are they equal? Exhale, release down to the floor, elbows close to your body. We have that one more time. Inhale, big lift. Waving those hips up through tabletops, back into child's pose. You're welcome to add those arm circles while you're here, if you want a little more with the chest and shoulders. Completely optional. When you're ready, let's go ahead and shift back into our tabletops. This time, our left foot will step forward. We're going to get that on the other side. Get that sequence, taking those hips forward. All right, let's bring that foot to the outside of our mat. Open up the inside of that front foot and optional release down to your forearms here. Placing our hands down to the floor, bringing that foot flat, tucking our back toe under, lifting off the floor into that runner's lunge. When you're ready, let's go ahead and lift that foot off the floor, kick back into your three-legged dog. Placing your foot on the floor, go ahead and make adjustments as needed for your downward dog. Inhale, shifting our weight forward, plank position. Exhale, release down to the floor. This time, if you want to press into your upward dog, so without pressing or without allowing your heels, your thighs to release. I don't know my body today. Gently releasing those thighs and knees if they are off the floor so that you can wave back into child's pose. Let's go ahead and shift into tabletops, tucking our toes under. Let's go ahead and lift those knees up, hips back into that downward dog. We're going to raise that right leg back into our three-legged dog. Shifting our weight forward as we tuck that knee into our chest, bringing that knee across our body to release here. We're going to go into that pigeon. Your modified position is going to be with that foot closer to your body. Further away makes it a little more difficult. Optional, let's go ahead and release down to the floor. Bringing your hands back flat to the floor if they are not already. Tucking that back toe under. We're going to lift our hips off the floor. While we do that, our knee comes to our chest. Bring that knee back to center. Let's kick back into our three-legged dog. We're immediately swinging that same leg up through to our hand for our runner's lunge. Allowing our heel to release behind us, keeping our hips forward. Let's swoop into warrior one. Arms are by our ears, but shoulders are relaxed. Go ahead and extend that front leg, releasing into your pyramid position. So front foot is forward, back foot's flat on the floor, leading with your chest. Go ahead and slightly bend that front leg as we swoop our arms back into that warrior one. I want you to lift and rotate your heel behind you. Takes a little bit of balance there. Place those hands on the floor. Like we did earlier, we're going to step back into that three-legged dog. Release that foot down to the floor. Shift our weight forward for our plank. Exhale, release down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra or upward dog. Gently releasing those knees if they're not already. Shifting back into child's pose. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Let's get that sequence on the other side, starting with our tabletops, tucking our toes under, lifting our knees up, hips back for our downward dog. Left foot raises for that three-legged dog. Shifting our weight forward for our plank. Knee tucks into chest, knee comes across our body, releasing here. Remember, the closer your heel is, the easier. The further away from your body, the deeper the stretch through the glutes. Let's go ahead and release to those forearms. Bringing those hands flat to the floor, pressing yourself onto your hands. Let's tuck that toe under as we lift our hips and knee back into that plank. Kick back into your three-legged dog. Bring that leg up through to our hands for our runner's lunge. Heel releases behind us, swooping those arms up into warrior one. Let's extend that front leg as we reach forward into our pyramid. Slight bend to the front knee. Swoop those arms back into warrior one. I want you to lift and rotate that heel behind you into high lunge. Little tricky. Hands are placed on the inside of that front foot, stepping back into three-legged dog. Releasing that foot, downward dog. We have this one more time. Shift into plank. Exhale, release down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra or upward dog. Gently releasing your thighs if they are not already as you lift and sit back into child's pose. Use this time to recenter. Deep breaths. Taking your hands below your shoulders, using them to press yourself up. Let's go ahead and scoot back onto our glutes. Feet on the floor before you release. You're welcome to use your hands for support as well. I want us to start in our nice tight ball and just roll our lower back onto our mat, drawing small circles. Reversing when you're ready. Keeping one knee tucked into your chest, opposite leg extends out in front of you. That leg can choose to stay tucked in or extend. Let's go ahead and bring that knee back into our chest, sliding both heels into your tight ball. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. Again, you have the option to extend that leg. Tucking our knee back into our chest, placing our foot on the floor. Let's go ahead and slide both feet out in front of us. Placing your hands to your sides, palms facing up. And relaxing your eyes if they are not already. I want you to exaggerate your breath and the movement that follows. Just like when we started, I want you to feel the muscles in your face, maybe your forehead, maybe your jaw. Relax. Bringing that focus down through your shoulders, your palms, and even down to your toes. I want you to keep your eyes relaxed. Bringing focus back into that breath. Slowly bringing movement into your fingers and toes. Sliding your feet flat to the floor. Go ahead and snow angel those arms overhead. Lengthen through the spine. Slowly rolling over to one side, using that bottom arm as your pillow. Opening your eyes at your own time. And taking your time to press yourself back into that comfortable seated position we started with. Finishing with our deep breaths, inhaling as we bring our arms overhead. Exhaling our arms to our sides. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale. We have 1 more time, bringing those hands into prayer. Hands. Exhale to heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone, and I will see you all on Wednesday.